Merry Christmas, folks. Back with another Christmas music reaction on Christmas Day. And we're going to listen to another track from the 101 Strings The Glory of Christmas album. I reacted to one track from this last year, though it was actually two tunes. It was a medley of God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen and Good King Wenceslas. But we're going to listen to The First Noel, which I think is the last track on the record. But yes, The First Noel, an old English carol. I think for a while I had it in my head that this was a French carol, but no, it's an older English carol, which is, of course, a very sweet and gentle sounding tune. And because of its presence in a scene in the 1999 A Christmas Carol, the one with Patrick Stewart, I do tend to think of that moment in that film when I hear it these days. But yes, it's a classic Christmas carol, one that has an older sound and continues to be a staple of Christmas releases right into the present. So let's hear it. This is from 101 Strings and their The Glory of Christmas album, a performance of The First Noel. wonderful, triumphant. I'm not sure I've ever heard so much bell pealing in a single Christmas Carol performance before. But yes, obviously it's not entirely instrumental. We do have choral vocals, and I didn't remember that. This isn't an album that I've had much experience with. It's one of the Christmas albums that ended up in my vinyl collection through one source or another. Indeed, some of my vinyl collection was inherited through, so-and-so's giving away records. They asked if you'd be interested. Sure. And I'd take them all. My sister ended up giving me a bunch of records a few years back, so I don't know which collection it came from. But I have listened through it a little bit, but I don't know these performances in any degree of detail. So when we went into this, I was thinking of strings. I was thinking we might hear some other instruments. I wasn't really thinking about the bells, and it really feels like it's midnight on Christmas morning. It feels like kind of a Christmas mass type of bell ringing to, herald the birth of Christ and the Christmas Day celebration. And in that regard, I was surprised by the ubiquity and intensity of the bell pealing, not in a bad way. And indeed, I think, there's parts where it's doing the melody in conjunction with the strings, so it certainly just added to the overall melodic atmosphere, but I wasn't remembering that, and it was very, very notable. I do enjoy that moment where it stripped down to just the choir and they did a sort of a cappella segment before the strings and eventually the bells returned. So yeah, classic performance. Obviously it's another old vinyl, and I had this sense when there were some crackles, for like a 10-20 second span of slightly louder sound, that it was in fact like listening to this in front of a fireplace, like an old record player in front of a Christmas fireplace, warm and cozy, and where you're hearing the pops and snaps both from the fire and from the vinyl. So that was kind of the vision I had in my head. But yes, a wonderful performance. Happy holidays and Merry Christmas once again. I was going to say Happy Christmas, which I think some people do say that, but it feels like it's usually one or the other. It's Merry Christmas, it's Happy Holidays. I'll say Happy Christmas, and I hope you're having one. Let me know what you think of this, and I will see you next time. Peace.